Peace, my people. So today I want to talk about being a disciple of Christ. I want to talk about being a disciple of Christ. You know, that's what I want to talk about. Like, do you know how to be a disciple of Christ? Now, being a disciple of Christ is following Christ. You know how whatever Christ did, that's what you would do. You'll by following him by telling others about what he have done for you and what he can do for others. You'll spread out the word. You'll go around and tell anybody you come in contact with. Whoever you come in contact with, you would tell them about the word of Lord. You would tell them how much he changed your life so they can understand, and then they can see that you've been changed and they can be changed. You know, that's being a disciple of Christ and doing everything by Christ. You got to do everything by Christ. Whatever you do, you got to do it by Christ. That's being a disciple of Christ. What would Jesus do? What would Jesus do? Whatever you do, if you going to sit here and eat your food, you have to pray. What would Jesus do? He will pray. If you're going to go outside, you can see people fighting and everything. What would Jesus do? Jesus will break it up. Jesus will do whatever it takes to not let them come and conceive and fighting. That's what Jesus would do. He will not do nothing negative. Jesus don't do negative. He do everything positive to lift people, to change people, show people the way that you could change. Everybody can change. It's a lot of people out there that don't want to change. That's just it. I was one of those persons. I didn't want to change. I wanted to stay the way I was because the way I was, I liked it, but I couldn't like it because it was negative. It was just the negative vibe. It was something about that was not making me feel whole. And when it was not making me feel whole, I knew I needed something better. And that better was Jesus Christ. When I got contact with Jesus Christ, my best friend, my brother, once I got in contact with him, he showed me the way. And ever since then, I've been one of his disciples. I've been telling people about him, been preaching the word, trying to teach people the words, just trying to get other people to understand the reason why he died. And the reason when he was down here, a lot of people don't know, when he was down here, he marched and did positive things for people. And that's what we should do. We should help one another instead of putting one another down, you know. And that's what Jesus did. Jesus helped one another instead of putting one another down. And that's why I call myself a disciple. If you want to be a disciple, then do what Jesus did. Go around and preach the word, teach the word. Do that. That's what he wants. He wants you to do that. And once you do that, you become a disciple of Christ. And that's when you can tell other people more and more about how to change their life. Just like Jesus was changing the disciples, you could change other people's life. Thank y'all for viewing this. Like, share, subscribe. You know, I'm just talking about being a disciple of Christ. If you know how, then be it. Thank you.